Hi my fellow bloggers, you're welcome to part 11 of our training on WordPress and how to build blogs with WordPress. Now in this conversation or in this training, we're going to look at how to create a post on WordPress, on your blog. Now it's very simple, it's not so complex. Just like if you've managed a Facebook page once, then you can, your Facebook account, if you've posted something to your Facebook account before, or your TikTok account, or any of the social medias, if you've posted something to them, then it's very easy for you to, it will be very easy for you to do this. So, first we just dive in straight. Now there are two ways to create a post on WordPress. First, you can come to this panel here. You say add post. If you click on add post, it's going to take you to where you create a post. You can also do it from here. And you can also do it from here. If you click add post, it will open the same thing for you. So we're going to create our first post and we'll call it let's call it level up. Level up. Now we need to add something here. So I'll copy out something from the document I have here and bring it back here. Paste it. I have pasted this document. It's gone. It's pasted. So the next step now is to add a category to this post. To add this post to a category. And what do I mean by that? Now, a category in WordPress is, if you look at this, this is my parent blog. Now, if you look at this post, you have this stuff written underneath here. Now each of this is a category. Now a category is like a topic where you assign all posts that are related to that topic within that category. So let's say which category is, okay, this is Nigerian National Development, a category. Let's look at another category. Leadership and personal growth. Okay, leadership. Now, I said this is another category. We have different articles here under this. So, a category makes it easier for your users to come to your site and read stuffs. So we're going to add a category here. Let's call this. Let's create a new category. I already have two categories here. This is default, uncategorized, and alpha, which I created. Now, but for us to understand the process, I'm going to create a new one. Click on this add category, and you put the category name. Let's call it. Category. Now this is bold category. So this post has automatically been assigned to bold category. Now in case you've not created categories for your site, when you publish a post, WordPress will automatically assign it to the uncategorized. Makes it easier for you to see. Now apart from categories, you also want your post to have tags at times because tags also make it easier for people to get to your post. So we're going to add tags to this one, and to do that, let's call this tag boot and nuts. Okay, so we'll call this tag nuts. Now nuts is related to both, so the both of them can go. Now we'll come back here. Your post needs to have a featured image. Now if we look at here, well, this is a featured image. This is a featured image. This post doesn't have a featured image. This featured image we have here, I created it with a plugin, but I've uninstalled that plugin on my blog. So that's why you see all this having this color and little stuff written there. So I said how to understand and navigate the 3 stages of being single. Leadership is the ability to rise to the occasion and solve the challenge. These are featured images. So To add a featured image, we'll go here, you click on featured image. Now this enables you Openverse, Pixel Free, Google Free, generate image. I think this has to do with Google Gemini. Now with this, you can generate images using this. Now if you're using your phone, if you're posting from your phone, that's where you can click on this. It will open your phone. Now, but media library, we click on media library because we're doing this on desktop. Now, I want you to look at this. It says maximum upload file is 256 MB. We'll come back to this. Now, assuming I have pictures in my library, this is where will come out. This is what will come out. But I don't have any pictures there, so we'll go to upload and click upload. Now, it takes us to my pictures. Okay, so let's use this as our featured image. So you click on set as featured image. Now this is going to come out as a featured image for you. So publish. Now this has published. You can click on post. Just view your post. Now this is the post. This is right up. And that's the featured image. You can see that the featured image just came out on top of the post. Now but let's look at something. Now if you go up here, you're going to see that the post title is crystalgift.online/2026/July/22. Then it now has level. But let's assume I don't want my post to be addressed like this. I want it to just be crystalgift.online/level, which is this. But if I do this now, it's not going to return anything because there's nothing like it pushes it back to this place. Now, so for us to make that correction or for us to adjust that setting, not really a correction, you have to adjust the setting to show that thing. We have to come here to your setting and click permalink. Permalink opens how you may structure your post permalink. Generally, I like using post name. You can put a custom structure and stuff like that. You can use anything. You can add any of this post ID, category, author. You can add any of this and it will add itself to the post. You can use numeric. That's Crystal Online, crystalgift.online archive 123. You can use this month and name. That's the month that it was published and the name of the post. You can use day and name. Then you can leave it plain. So we're using post name. Click on save. So you will see that this post now, if I refresh this post, you see what will happen. It tells me there's no post like that. Because the truth is there's no post like that bearing that name. So we have to delete this and go back to our home page. We're doing it manually because I've not created our menu. So we go back here and you see the post level. Click on it. So you see it has crystalgift.online/level. Now back to what I told you when we were uploading the image, where we saw that the maximum the maximum file upload size was 256. This is done from your cPanel. If you want to adjust the size of documents that are going to be uploaded, because sometimes you may be creating a blog that a couple of people will have access to. Like my own blog, my parent blog here is a user registration blog, so there are thousands of people registered here and posting. But I don't want people to start uploading videos or uploading heavy files because that will affect my storage capacity. So you come to your cPanel where you have software. You search for it and you see software. You click on select PHP version. Now this opens up the menu for you to select your PHP version. What is PHP version? WordPress is written in PHP, and that's PHP is the programming language with which WordPress is written. Now PHP has an engine which it updates and adds new stuffs from time to time. Now on your site, on your cPanel, you have where you can adjust or change your PHP engine. So like here I'm using 8.3. Now the latest is 8.5. Now 8.5 has a lot of sophisticated features, but because this PHP is being developed by WordPress, it's being developed by web hosting, different teams, team of, that's when I say team, I'm not talking of THEME, TEAM. That's the team that is developing this is from another company, and the teams that are developing your plugin and your themes are from another company. So they're not working together. Now it's when the people develop, when PHP upgrades itself, the people that are designing the plugins will have to follow suit and upgrade. But sometimes some of them are slow, they don't upgrade. And when you use such kind of plugin or theme in your WordPress, it will cause conflict. When you upgrade to the next level of PHP, it may cause conflict it may break your site. So that's why it's advisable to use an older version that is still functioning, that most plugins and themes can work with. So that's why I'm using 8.3. Now, but if it's a new site, like you're doing now, your site is a new site, you can use the latest. You can use the latest. But the only thing is that when you search for certain plugins, it may show you plugin is not compatible with your version. In which case, if you have that repeatedly for some of the plugins or theme you want to install, you may need to come back here and go to an older version of PHP. So to correct that 256 MB upload size, we'll go to option. Option is beside extension. Now this option, when you scroll down, you're going to see where it says upload max file size. That's where you have 256 now. You can take it to any size you want depending on what your site deals with. You have 2 gig here, 1 gig, 512, 256, 182. So I'm leaving it at 256. And that goes for it. Okay. If I change it now to 1 gig, you will see that if you come here and try to add an image, okay, let me refresh this. It's still showing 512 MB. Let me refresh this. It's still showing 512 MB on the server. Sometimes the server is, for it to sync is a bit challenging. Sometimes it takes time. So we're not going to wait for that. Let's continue with what we're doing. So now you've uploaded your picture, you've created your post. Now let's look at pages and posts, the difference. A page is what you can use to tell about your site or some of your services or the things you do. Let's look at this. Now this is my home site. Now I have home here, about us, how to use this blog. Most of these stuffs are pages. I use the page. Now we have advertise here, privacy, terms, publishing policy. They are pages. Now about us, let's go to about us. It's a page and the post they're very similar. But as a matter of fact, they are like the same. But the only difference is that WordPress did pages for you to be able to easily differentiate your admin your admin pages from your posts on your blog. So let's take for instance now, if I want to, let's say we want to write about this website now. We'll create a page for that. not using a post. You can still use a post if you want to. There's no crime to that. You can use a post. The only thing is that sometimes sorting out the posts when you want to make some correction or make some adjustment may be a little bit clumsy. Now, say about us, and you add anything you want to add and publish. Now, if we look at this now, you will see that our site doesn't have any menu like this. This is your site's menu where you have your home, DMR, podcast, tag, advertise. Our site doesn't have it yet, so we have to create that. So for us to do that, you come back here and you go to appearance. You click on menu, create menu. And because this is the first menu that we're about to create, that's why it will show us this. After now, it's going to show a different outlook altogether. But now let's name this upliner and make it our top menu or primary menu. Let's make it a primary menu. So you create the menu. It has created the menu. Now I told you it was going to create something different. Now you can say edit your menu or create a new menu. So you can create another menu from here, because sometimes you may want to have different menus on your blog. Now we need to add something to this menu. So we have pages here. If you look at this, you have pages. If you click on this, it will show you all the pages, but most recent. So we're going to add about us. Add it to this menu. Then we'll go to posts. The only post we have here is level up, which we're going to just add it for the sake of menu. No, let's not add level up. Let's not add the post. Okay, we have boots here as a category. So we add this category to the menu. Then we'll say save menu. So we've saved this. If you come back here and refresh, so you have about us, you have boots, about us, boot. Now, if we have other articles, they are going to come under boot. But let's create just some random articles so we see what it's like. To the alpha category to the menu. So if we click on alpha now, you will see that we have two posts here. So you click on this, you read the post. Because this is a category. So it brings up this post. Now, but if you click on both, you see we have just one article there. Okay, we have three. Level up, do fanja, and run. So run. This is run. Now, if we go back to home, which we have not set here, we have not added home in our menu. So for us to stop going through this mechanical method of doing this, because your website cannot, your users cannot definitely do this while browsing your site. Now you go back to your menu, go back to this menu here and create a custom link. Now your custom link is your website, the address, your homepage address. You put it in your menu. So the URL here is the address you copied. Then link, you add home. With this, you can add any other link from even from another website. Sorry, what is this saying? Added. Usually, most times on almost every website, the home is usually the first thing. So you shift it up. Remember when we added it, it came here because it was the last thing we added. So you have to click, hold, and drag it up. This is where one of the difficulties of doing this with a phone. You may not be able to set this up properly with your phone and a mobile device. So it's best to use a desktop or a laptop to set this up. Then subsequently you can be posting your content to the site through your mobile device. So we've added home as a menu here. Now if we go back to the site, if we refresh, you now see that we have home here. We're in home. About us. Boot. Google takes you to boot. Now home. Let's go back home. You see that we have a couple of articles here. Beside all of them, you have the uncategorized. You have massage. You have alpha and boot. You have alpha, massage, and yam. Then you have tufanja and level up. Okay, so these are the primary pages that we have for this site for now. So if we go back to our menu, we can add any other item to the menu. Any other item that you so desire, you can add to the menu. So now I believe we understand the difference between pages and posts, and you can comfortably post to your blog. Now, but there's something else that we need to add now. Now let's assume that on this post, okay, on this run, you want an image to be between this install WordPress and configure WordPress setting professionally. You want a picture here. So what do? You can say edit post. You click on edit post. It takes us back to our admin place. Okay, let's just say here. Now you come here, you go down. Then you click on this plus sign here to show you add. This menu comes out. Click on view all. When you click on view all, you go down, scroll down. You're going to see images in media image. You click on image. So it's going to open this for you. Now if you want to insert an image from another URL, from another website, or even if it's from your website, you can still insert from URL. Now let's assume that I want to insert this particular image now. Let me go to library. If you go to the library now, these are the images we have. So let's click on this. Now you see they say file URL. Copy to clipboard. You copy it. Come back here. And you click enter. your image is there. You can resize it if you want to, but that's not too advisable. Sometimes when you resize your pictures, it could mess your whole page up. But you could try it and see how it goes. Now let's try to put another image here. Go down here. You click on this. Now it opens a menu that shows you some of the stuffs you've used before. This image. So you click on this. You don't have to go browse through stuffs again. So you can upload if you don't have the image already in your gallery. Or you select if you have it there. Or if you don't have it, you upload. You click upload and it's going to... Oh, sorry, there's something I saw there. There's a funny picture I saw. Okay, upload. So let's upload this mother who went to this scan and the baby is already on Facebook. So you can upload a picture like this as well. We're saving it and you can view the post. So in the ROM, if you go down, we have our picture, our beautiful rose flower. Then we have our social media baby. Okay, so with this, I think we've come to the end of creating posts for your blog. We'll see you in the next class.